You know, when it comes to agriculture in India, the rulebook is constantly being rewritten. But what we're looking at today, it isn't just a new chapter. This might be a whole new book. We are going to break down a brand new government scheme that really signals a major shift in how India tackles its toughest farming challenges. So let's get right into it. This quote, it really says it all, doesn't it? It's not just some nice sentiment. It's a fundamental truth for India. The success of the entire nation, I mean everything, hinges on getting agriculture right. And that's exactly why understanding this new policy shift is so important. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big, wide-angle view, India's massive farmer support system. Then we'll zoom right in on a really persistent problem that these huge schemes just weren't solving. After that, we'll break down the new plan designed to fix it, get our heads around its core strategy, and then finally zoom back out to see what this all means for the future. All right, so to really get what's new and different here, we first need to understand the sheer scale of what's already in place. And I mean, we're talking about a safety net for India's farmers that is just truly staggering in size. So first up, you've got PM Kisan. We're talking about a 60,000 crore rupee commitment for just the 2026-27 budget. That is cash transferred directly into the bank accounts of millions and millions of farmers. It's an absolutely massive financial safety net. And that's not all. You got to add the Modified Interest Subvention Scheme, or MIS. That's another 22,600 crore rupees. And this is all focused on making agricultural loans way cheaper. So you can see the government is already pouring huge amounts of money into both direct cash support and affordable credit. So this table really breaks it down for us, right? You've got these three huge pillars of support. There's direct income with PM Kisan, affordable credit through MIS, and then risk protection with the crop insurance scheme. The main thing to remember is that these are enormous, nationwide programs. They're designed to be available to pretty much every eligible farmer in the country. So, if you have these massive, nationwide schemes already in place, you got to ask yourself, what could possibly be missing? What problem out there is so stubborn that it needs a completely new playbook? And this is the exact question that policymakers were wrestling with. I mean, despite pouring billions into these broad programs, some pockets of the country just weren't seeing the same kind of progress. The answer, it turns out, wasn't to build a bigger highway, but to start looking at the local roads that were falling apart. And here's the answer. The problem wasn't national, it was hyperlocal. The focus zooms in on 100 specific districts that are caught in this vicious cycle. Their productivity is low, they can't get enough crops in the ground each year, and on top of that, they're really struggling to get credit. The big one-size-fits-all schemes, well, they just weren't equipped to solve this kind of complex, tangled-up local challenge. And enter the new plan, the Prime Minister Dhan-Dhaanya Krishi Yojana, or PMDDKY. This wasn't designed to be another broad brushstroke. No, this was meant to be a targeted, almost surgical solution for this very specific problem. Now, this quote from the budget announcement is so important. It tells us that PMDDKY isn't some brand new experiment. It's actually built on a playbook that's already worked, the Aspirational Districts Program, which used a similar focused partnership-based approach to transform underdeveloped areas. So the big takeaway here is that they're taking a successful formula and applying it to a very specific agricultural challenge. And you can see how the program's design directly attacks those local problems we just talked about. It's this five-pronged strategy. First, supercharge productivity. Then, push for smarter, more sustainable crops. Third, build storage to stop waste. Fourth, fix water access. And finally, unlock the flow of credit. It's a really holistic repair plan, custom-built for these specific districts. And get this, while the focus is surgically narrow, just 100 districts, the potential impact is absolutely enormous. This program is set to directly benefit 1.7 crore farmers. It's a powerful reminder that even in a country as huge as India, a really targeted intervention can create massive positive change. And just look at the speed here. We go from cabinet approval in July to a primetime launch in October, with implementation starting in the very next crop season. This rapid rollout, it signals some real urgency. But the true innovation here isn't just the speed, it's the whole new way of thinking behind it all. So this brings us to the real secret sauce of PMDDK. It's not just what the program does, it's how it does it. And the strategy is built around one single powerful idea: convergence. So what on earth is convergence? Well, think of it like a magnifying glass. Instead of having dozens of separate sunbeams or government schemes all working independently, convergence focuses all of them onto a single point to generate intense heat and create real change. It's all about coordination and combined force. This slide just draws the contrast so perfectly. The old model, your PM Kisans, they're like the national highway system, absolutely essential, and they serve everyone. But PM DDKY is different. It's like building a brand new local road complete with bridges and interchanges directly to a village that was totally cut off before. One is broad, the other is deep. And hey, this isn't just some theory on a slide, it's actually happening. We're seeing water management schemes creating joint funds with PMDDKY. Rural infrastructure guidelines are literally being rewritten to give these 100 districts top priority and 100% funding. Even banking regulations are being tweaked to push more lending into these specific areas. It's a true all-hands-on-deck approach. Okay, so now that we've got the plan and its strategy down, let's pull back that zoom lens one last time and see how this very targeted program fits into the larger national vision. This is a really, really crucial point. PMDDK-RY isn't the end of the story. It's more like the first chapter. Think of it as phase 1. Fixing agriculture in these areas is the foundational first step in a much, much larger program designed to build a more prosperous and resilient rural India. You gotta fix the foundation before you can build the rest of the house, right? And that leaves us with this fascinating final question. We've seen this clear shift, right, from these broad universal schemes to this highly targeted, coordinated convergence model. Could this be the new blueprint for tackling India's most complex development challenges? Not just in farming, but across every single area of public policy. It's a powerful idea and definitely one worth watching.